The metaverse, 3D virtual worlds built on making meaningful social connections in an imaginary place that's more peaceful and safe than our own physical world, free from bullies and scammers and sexual deviants.
Oh, okay.
At least that's what Facebook, now Meta, perhaps wanted to build. But now Meta is rolling out a, quote, personal boundary feature to its Horizon Worlds and other virtual experiences in response to issues of harassment in VR. These changes are rolling out 2 months after Horizon Worlds opened to the public. During the beta testing period, a user claimed she had been verbally and sexually harassed by male users. She called it essentially, quote, virtual gang rape.
Oh my
Another
gosh.
beta user complained that her avatar had been groped by a stranger. While that user engaged a block feature to stop the harasser, she said in an online post that there was a lack of moderation tools and accountability on behalf of Facebook to stop sexual harassment in their VR worlds. Meta now fulfilling one of her requests for personal space bubbles. The boundary system creates basically an invisible barrier with a 2-foot radius around your avatars. But don't worry, you can apparently still stretch out your arms to give fist bumps or high fives. The new feature will be turned on by default. It can't be disabled, and Meta says future changes could allow users to customize the size of their radius. Personal space bubbles now are a standard option on a lot of older VR social spaces like VR Chat and Rec Room, though on those platforms users have the ability to change their size or turn them off completely on those services. Meta VP Vivek Sharma said it's an important step and there's still much more work to be done. We'll continue to test and explore new ways to help people feel comfortable in VR. And I was wondering what you guys kind of thought about this. I think it's kind of like an interesting preamble to living in this meta world, if that truly is the future. It's kind of, it has similar feelings of like social media now, like the anonymity of being able to like say what you want to people with no repercussions.
Yes.
But now there's this added element of like being in a physical space and you're hearing people's voices, and they're able to say things directly to you. And as we talk about online bullying and things like that, it doesn't seem like a good place to be headed in these VR spaces.
Well, I don't
if
know
this
why
is happening.
anybody is surprised, first of all, because it's the internet, and I can throw as much hate and shade on Zuck and all of these people at Facebook and Meta as much as anybody else can, but I kind of don't think this is totally their fault, because they are just creating the platform. Whoever is using it is going to do whatever they're going to do with it, and I think the reasonable expectation that you're going to have a really pleasant event when you go onto the internet always is probably not it's probably unreasonable to assume that.
None of this is good for us as humanity, in my opinion, because I think it's just going to grow social anxieties for when people who delve into this world have to go out and actually communicate with actual human beings and make eye contact.
Well, that's a great point, Sam, because they're doing some studies right now for the last couple of years about the effects of people's experiences in the virtual world that they bring out into the real world. And there was like an experiment where they gave certain people more like attractive avatars, and they found that those people were more confident in the real world, and people that didn't have quite a good experience in the VR world because they weren't as attractive avatar-wise.
It's a social simulator.
It's really bizarre and
Whoa.
interesting.
Well,
So-
I was going to say something to that point, though. I think it could benefit humans and society as a whole in a new way to conceptualize reality. I know that's a kind of like a stretch and like, but like,
Is that what we want?
why
Well,
not?
He's trying to sell people on a Ponzi scheme every day, so.
Well, I don't know.
I'm interested
Yes.
in your point, Robert.
I think absolutely. I think that if you think about the way we handle dreams, when you're in a dream, it's a way to conceptualize reality in a different way that you can't do it in real life, I suppose. And so when you're doing it in the metaverse, it's a new way to play with things that you can't necessarily play with in actual life because you don't know about the repercussions. And in this metaverse, you could try new things, you could play with reality, and then actually enact that in real life and see if that actually benefits your life for the better. I don't know.
Well, yes, I hear that too, but the point, this story kind of illustrates that some of those experiments aren't so good. People experimenting with harassing other people and
I thought that's kind of funny because it kind of enacts. It's bad in a way if someone's actually offended by it, but it's funny in the way that Grand Theft Auto, when you go to these what is the word you use? Not NPCs, Andrew.
Non-player
NPCs,
characters, yeah.
Yeah, when you attack these NPCs, it's kind of fun. It's like you let out this type of aggression that you
Well-
can't let out in the real world. So
The difference, though, Robert, is that in the VR world, there are real people on the other side. The NPCs are digital.
But this
they're
is
not.
nothing,
They have no. thing.
I get what you're saying, but that's nothing new. I mean, Second Life came out what, like 20 years ago,
Yeah.
probably, and this was the same kind of weird garbage that was going on then.
Yeah,
The
I had
same
a
kind-
class in Second Life in college. Like, we had to create a whole thing. It was not.
It's just like difficult to say that this is somehow, I don't know, this malignant part of this Facebook thing. It's just, that's the internet. It's just when you have a democratization of like access, everybody's going to be on there. There's going to be, I'm sure, things that they will come up with that will keep spam from happening. But even on Facebook pages like our own, we do the best that we can. We have the spam filters. We have people moderating. There's still garbage that gets through,
Yeah.
and it's just part of the whole thing. I mean, it's awful that this happened to this woman.
Yeah.
But it just, I don't know. There should be, you shouldn't come into this thinking it's going to be all beautiful and rainbows, because
Yeah.
that looks like a really nice presentation that Mark Zuckerberg and all of the lackeys signed off on. But in reality, it's going to be more similar to Ready Player One than any of this looks like. And that, fine, whatever. Just, I think make sure kids can't have access to it.
I think
Their
less
parents don't want them to.
screens. I know we're all watching and
Yeah.
doing this on screens, but I feel like, let's get away from the screens.
I mean, people can play video games healthily. This is the same kind of thing. The
I feel
VR
like I'm
thing is
watching
new.
O'Reilly in like 1998.
Yeah, you can
and
learn-
He's like, Eminem is he's eroding
Yeah,
society.
if the problem is
Ni-
that you're worried
2001
about people
maybe.
getting corrupted by this, like, this isn't gonna be it, man. The Facebook thing
But
is
it's all
already
the
out
little
of the
things
bag.
put together
Well-
that we're
well,
all just
sure.
accepting as a society. Like, get off your phone. Get on. Like, I cannot emphasize, and I have no right to be saying any of this. I'm not a doctor, sociologist, anthropologist, none of it. But
Just a nag.
Just a nag. But anecdotally, I am just so much happier mentally
Yeah.
when I put that limit on my phone, so I can't use social media before and after work. I still have to be on it because I like to know what's going on in the world for my job and whatever. But anecdotally, I cannot emphasize how much happier I am getting
Totally.
off of it.
Totally. It is, I
Afterward.
mean, we've seen the way that Facebook, even the platform itself, Instagram, whatever, has manipulated people.
Yeah.
The subtext to all these stories, though, always is, well, we should ban them. And it's like, no, like, just they'll make it better as much as they can, but it's your responsibility, I think, to make sure that your kids aren't on it if you don't want them on that, and you
Yeah.
don't want them experiencing it, or that you do a good job of
Oh,
saying,
and
like,
we're not even going to get into
I'm not
Kanye and
addicted
Kim
to it.
today
Oh,
with
I-
North being on TikTok.
I have a question really quick. You're saying this person, this woman or whoever was raped in the metaverse? These people don't even have a lower body. They don't even have half lower bodies. Look at that.
No, she just used that as allegorically as for the sexual harassment. Basically, 3 or 4 male avatars approached her and were being sexually explicit, as I'm sure many people, Samantha, all of us have dealt with in some capacity on Instagram, unwelcomed
Yeah.
unwelcomed things. But this changes it
Those
to
feet
where you're
pics.
now in kind of like a physical space. It's more personal. You're listening to the person, and I think it just raises some questions about.
Gross.
Yeah, it raises a lot of weird questions. Like, everybody's trying to sell this as like the new
Utopia.
reality,
Right.
or like this is the realization everybody's going to be in VR, but it is not without the same problems that we have in
in regular
the real
internet,
world.
in
Yeah.
2D
Yeah.
internet, yeah.